of the more common arguments I hear when debating creationists and Christians in general is, "I used to be an atheist," or "I used to believe in evolution." I'll tell you now why this will never cut any ice with me. Firstly, just because you claim to have once been an atheist doesn't mean that you actually were one. Even if you were one, that doesn't mean you were one for the right reasons. Most Christians will admit that many people who self-identify as Christians are Christians for the wrong reason, like it's just what they were raised with, and that it's not a matter of having accepted Christ as their Lord and Savior, yada yada. Likewise, many people self-identify as atheists because of an emotional need for acceptance, or out of anger toward a God that they still believe in. It's often a bogus argument that Christians use when they accuse an atheist of just being angry with God, but sometimes it's true. I realize that this argument may smack a bit of the no true Scotsman fallacy, but to me, what I imply when I say that I'm an atheist is that I disbelieve on purely rational grounds. The argument for God, gods, and goddesses not having stood up to my skepticism and standards of evidence. So it's not enough for someone to simply say that they used to be an atheist to convince me that I should consider any form of theism, because you haven't shown me that either your atheism or subsequent theism was based on the empirical rationalism that I use as the basis for my own beliefs. Secondly, when someone says that they used to believe in evolution, all kinds of red flags go up. Let's get something straight. Even if you did actually believe in evolution, that doesn't mean that you had even the slightest grasp, much less a deep understanding of what evolution actually is. There are no shortage of Christians who will readily claim to have once believed in evolution, but when asked to actually define what evolution is, you usually get something so jaw-droppingly wrong. I'm forced to wonder if they're not lying about ever having believed it, because only an idiot would believe in any of the absurd straw-man versions of evolution spoken of by creationists. If a Christian wants to impress me with their conversion story, then the first thing they must do is demonstrate to me that they're in possession of a skeptical, empirical mindset, and that it was due to empirical evidence and a careful examination of claims that led them to their belief. Not subjective emotional reasons, not logical fallacies, not appeals to the unqualified authority of any holy text. If a creationist wants to impress me, the first thing they must do is demonstrate a factually correct grasp of the fundamentals of evolutionary theory, and then present empirical evidence indicating a miraculous creation. Not irrelevant red herrings like Piltdown Man, not appeals to the authority of people with PhDs in unrelated fields, not rehashings of arguments that have already been discredited like irreducible complexity. Actual, measurable, testable evidence that directly indicates miraculous creation over any alternative is the only evidence that means anything to me. Thanks for watching, and